I'm a little bird and I'm cold. How do birds stay warm in the winter? How do some birds survive the cold, harsh winter? Well, just like humans, they shiver. But that's only a short-term solution. To survive the entire winter, they fluff up their feathers to create a nice layer of insulation that keeps them warm, not only on the outside, but the inside too. It's almost like how when you're cold in the winter and all your hair stands up, all the warm air gets trapped in between the feathers, and then it gets A, stuck on the outside, but then B, the birds breathe it in through their skin, and it heats up their insides as well.
Notice how the bird's leg is bunched shoved into its stomach. This is because with birds' bare legs, they have no way of heating them up. So another way birds stay warm is by raising one leg in the air. Think about it this way. If you're trying to sleep in the middle of the winter, let alone outside, with only one blanket, you'll be very cold. Whereas if you have 2 or more blankets, you'd be fine. When birds bunch up and raising their legs, they're basically just adding blankets to keep more insulated.
Most birds in cold places like up north in Canada keep their eggs warm by making a nest out of sticks, straws, leaves, or grass, and then laying their eggs in it.
Some birds, like the penguin, don't rely on fluff-up feathers because they have a thin layer of blubber to keep them warm in the snow, ice, and water. And they keep their eggs warm by sitting on them or with their webbed feet.
Birds have made a huge contribution to biomimicry. They've inspired Birds have made a huge contribution to biomimicry. They've inspired stuff like planes and trains.
But
Down feathers are soft, fluffy, and small. They provide a warm layer of insulation for the bird. Semi-plume feathers are a cross between contour and down feathers. They also provide a layer of insulation for the bird. Phyllo-plume feathers are very small. Contour and flight feathers define the outer layer of the bird. They act as aerodynamic devices.
As humans, we can improve our technology and save our planet. All we need to do is create a device mimicking down feathers on a bird. It would trap air on the inside and keep it cool on the outside. We would throw a cage-shaped thing of down feathers, and it would prevent the fire from escaping until the firemen can come and help. Ah, fire!
You may be wondering, how does any of this past presentation relate to convection or conduction? And the answer is very simple. When birds fluff up their feathers, there's more surface area on the top of the bird for the sun's radiation to shine into, thus heating up the bird in a form of conduction. That heat gets passed on to the body of the bird, heating it up. However, the particle theory states that warm air rises and cold air falls. This process is called convection. It is important to the bird's survival that the warm air rises and the cold air falls because it keeps the bird's body temperature regulated. This is also how our down flame product works. First, the material is made of certain other materials that mimic the down feather and the contour feather in a way that allows heat to rise through it and cold air to fall through it without the flames from the fire going out and spreading.
Why am I still cold?